Dasuki, Buhari government under fire over contempt of court. The Transparency International (TI) has asked the Buhari government to respect court orders in the trial of the former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki. On Monday, the Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu of the Federal High Court Abuja granted bail to Dasuki after over 2 years in the detention of the Department of State Services (DSS). Dasuki, who had been granted bail by 4 different high courts in Nigeria and ECOWAS Court of Justice, had filed a fundamental human rights suit against the federal government to obey all court orders for his release. On Friday, TI head in Nigeria, Musa Rafsanjani, said, "Since we are running a constitutional democracy in Nigeria, everything the government does is expected to be based on the respect for the fundamental human rights and the rule of law. This is just a bail. It is not an exoneration of any crime committed against the people of Nigeria or the government. I believe that in order to be seen as a responsible people, the court has given him the conditions for bail. The federal government should comply with that and ensure that it continues to pursue the case until justice is done. The government must ensure the return of the money suspiciously stolen, but the first thing is for the government to respect the rule of law. This is so that any action it takes will be on the basis of the rule of law." Similarly, Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership (CACOL) Director, Debo Adeniran, insists that Dasuki should be freed as ruled by the courts. He said, "We have actually made it clear several times that the government does not have to flout its own laws. It is a wrong example of civility. The appropriate thing is for the federal government to obey the law so that it may serve as an example to citizens and bodies. Dasuki should be released to his family. For the government to take law into its own hands and violate court orders with that level of impunity does not speak well of a government that is calling itself a progressive. Our position is that Dasuki should be released."